and I'm trying to sit down somewhere. Here, let me see if I can sit right here.
Yeah,
I mean, there's
but it's no
unfortunately like,
problem.
okay, I'll just mute myself when we start. I'll mute myself or I'll say hi
No,
because,
but
oh yeah, we are live right this second. Hi, everybody.
hello everybody. So as you see, Morgan is somewhere in Aruba.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the cliffs of Moher in Ireland, and it's very windy and just the curse of curly hair.
Yeah, I I hope you have some after sun with you.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, so if you wanna, let's kick it off, and I'll hopefully keep the wind down.
Yeah, kick it off. So what I was thinking about. So yeah, first of all, the I'm now this week definitely finishing my volume 4. So there were some hindrances and all that. So but you will be able to have access to it first here at Mystery Channel with us. So I will provide new courses. So these courses are already running, but now there will be a new course, really zooming in on the method of distance and really building this system from the method in a different way as I build it in my work. So it's a totally new perspective, and this should really motivate you to use the method of distance more and more. And I will explain in there how you can, yeah, somehow also mix it or maybe use some snippets of it in order to make your readings much more profound and much deeper and much more insightful. Anyway, but in this work, I also, it's like a philosophical work. It's like probably the strangest work, but I'm maybe also like the strangest guy, so that is good. But I have some real philosophical approaches to it. So I also look back on my journey. So in symbolism, in yeah, whatever, and cartomancy was also like a big part of it. So and from there, my work on the Petit Lenormand cards, on tarot, and all those things came about. But now, specifically, I will also explain in this book and in these courses at Mystery Channel that I would reconsider the card that should express sexuality. Um, and there were also, in the past, some discussions, really, really nasty discussions as well, and there were some two great women in Cardamans who are really deeply respect and I'm really fond of. It's like Rena Jones, Rena George, and Donnaleigh de LaRose. And she somehow both claimed that the whips should be the ultimate sex card. So whilst I in my own work, and like many or most probably other traditional readers in the Petit Lenormand would advise for the lily. But now in my work, I reconsider this. And I now find that Donnaleigh and Rana were right. So, but that's like a whole different story. So we will open debate on that, have some really good conversations in that regard. Probably Donnelly will also, and Rana maybe, yeah, coming here and alive to have a talk about this, to have somehow like a panel discussion. So I'm really looking forward to this. And this is, if you guys hear, this is like an invitation. And I know you want this. But anyway, so today I want
Yeah,
to talk about the lily.
I was gonna say
And
actually I have it set up, but go ahead.
okay, yeah. So this was Morgan from Out of the Sun. Um, so but the lily card. I was talking with Donnaleigh behind the scenes on how I saw that and how this is actually a card of virtue. And I promised her to answer, but I'm sorry, Donnaleigh, I'm such a chaotic person, and besides that, I have so many things on my plate. So this, yeah, really got behind. So I now will do this live. So what I also will explain in my new work is that there is a lot of information that you can read in the original Petit Lenormand pamphlet, and therein is also like a practice reading. And in my new work, I will lead people through this practice reading. And I also would give my take on it. And besides that, I also explained where I, for some strange kind of reasons, see that they don't read it like they somehow describe it in the rules. Anyway, uh, besides that, but if you read like in this practice reading, why the lily is really a card of virtue, you can read that because the position of the lily will somehow say if someone is virtuous or moral or not. More or less, the closer it is, or the further away it is. And immorality is shown in the lily under the significator card. So the most bad outlook in regard of immorality would be that this card is right under the significator card. And the further it drifts away, the lesser the or the less heavy the guilt is or whatever, or the immorality. But if the card is on top of your head, it's like the opposite. Because then you are like really like the Pope with 36 halos, and you are the ultimate virtuous person. And the further that drifts away from you, yeah, then you're still virtuous, but okay. You see, it's like a very simple rule. But the interesting part in that is if you read in those practice readings at the old Philippe Lenormand sheet, there you will see that they somehow say they talk about the providence. So, and the providence, that's like the all-seeing eye. And you know, we have some really interesting articles on our website. You really should have a look at that, and I explain it further. It's not so important here. But the providence has somehow, that's a system. You can also see it as like karma, you know, a rewarding system. If you do good, you meet good. If you do bad, you will meet bad. So somehow this principle. And if you then look at the structure of the Petit Lenormand, there is somehow a causality. Because if you do good, you will meet good. And there you can understand the meanings, the strange meanings of, like, for instance, the child. So the child in the old laws, you are in good company. And if you then read on the poems, so that's always things on there that you are somehow doing good, that you're doing helping, that you help people, that you are a good person. So, and there is the logic that if the child is dealt close to you, you are in good company because of your virtuous behavior. You see, so these uh, cards also interact. And then the flowers are the rewarding cards. So we have the really great lily, and we have like the flowers. You see, and that's also why in certain, uh, yeah, and I really like it for that idea, and also wrote it somehow as an option in my books that they take both the lily as father and the flowers as a mother card. So also due to the pit cards, so the queen and the king. So, but the lily is the card of virtue, and it has this rewarding edge. You see, and then you can have some constructions in order so how to get a real story with it. So, you know, countermancy should not be this way. So someone has the lily under her feet. That this would be the ultimate bad doing person. No, that's not true. But we might investigate it because it can be a red flag. And then you can have maybe the lily somewhere under you, maybe not directly under your feet. And then you could resonate, okay, but this person does something that he or she should not do. So let's find out if he or she is like the ultimate narcissist. But then I can see, okay, but this is also next to the significator card. And then I can reason, yeah, but this person also does good. It's not like the ultimate bad person. So it ramps it down. And then we have like a really life situation that we all maybe have made ourselves guilty of, that you somehow do good, but someone made you anxious and yeah, you knew you should not do that, but you did it anyway. You see, as a revenge or some, yeah, your character slipped away. I made myself guilty about it. You see, but that would show in such things. You see, and if you then would investigate, for instance, like I say, okay, let's see if this is like the ultimate bad person. Then you can also see, okay, but who is he surrounded with? Where is the garden? You see, and that's the way how you can construct a story. So you can really look at the cards and see the positions, and then you can make a really fine-tuned story. But the big advantage in that is that you also, if you read with distance, even if you know distance, but you don't use it, the cards get the really ultimate depth. And then you can also see if you do like a reading outside of the Grand Tableau, which you also do, of course. And especially if you read for like people and you have a lot of questions, you rather do that because it's like practical. Otherwise, you have like readings for a day long. Uh, but then you can also see if you maybe read your cards in a grid of 9, and the lily is somehow under the significator card. If this card falls, it could trigger an ID which you can investigate in there. You see, and if this is about a certain person in a grid of 9, he has like the lily under his or her feet, and then the snake is there, the fox, the mice, all those club cards, who always bring misery because they are from the gang of misery. You see, then you have like a double confirmation. So it's not only like, what is my taste for reading distance or reading this or that? No, I think the time is right to really learn the real traditional language, and then you can use it however you want. Because in my work, I also would suggest some really, really progressive stuff, which you also can somehow, yeah, have access to as soon as possible here at us at Mystery Channel. So I hope, Donnaleigh, that I somehow shed a light on the lily from my point of view. And yeah, that's also why I would advocate to yeah to know that distance rule and to know that pamphlet. And I don't say that you have to use it, but there is, you know, the stupid thing with the Petit Lenormand is that we don't have much information. We just have that booklet, with these 36 distance rules. Some rules totally bang out of order. Some card meanings totally illogically. Yeah. But if you know that, if you know the ins and outs, if you know how that is meant to be, yeah, then you can understand the language of the Petit Lenormand better. But it also would inspire you to think about certain things. Also, if you look at reading cards neurologically or psychologically, if I'm like reading cards, it's like ideas pop up in my mind, and then I try to somehow, yeah, try to prove them or disapprove them. You see, but it's like somehow, yeah, like. But I think I see that really technical, and I know other brains work differently. But I think there's a big richesse if we let the cards talk, and if we don't listen to their original language, I think we might miss on important stuff. And that's somehow my message. And not like to being radical or extremist and all that, because I really know that you can read your cards however you want if you're like consistent and all that, you I think you will do good with that. But the best cartomancer is the cartomancer with his or her heart in the right place, and who has ethics. And from there on, let's give that value. And how you read cards, that's totally up to yourself. Are you still there, Morgan?
Oh, yeah, I was just muting myself because as you can see, it's really, really windy. And I was trying to find like a less windy spot, but every time I go check the comments, it kicks my camera off. So,
Oh, wait, I will see if I see the comments.
because I did put a blast in Facebook about, hey, we're live, come join us about the Lenormand Lily, but it turns my camera off, so yeah, so
Mm,
it's
No,
just
no, there are no
okay.
comments.
All right.
But anyway, yeah, this was what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Make sure that you are part of our new courses. Make sure that you're part of the movement because we go really, really, really deep in this matter. And also, like in the future, we will also talk about things I just said, so that we also look at the ontology of reading the cards in itself, the psychologically, philosophically edge, and not by endlessly saying expensive words. That's not philosophy, but that you learn to know it from the inside out. You see, but if you know these things, it will also, yeah, somehow give you more accuracy, I think, or that you can be more at ease or have a better overview. So we will do a lot of great classical and ultra modern things alike. Yeah, be part of this. So yeah, make sure that you follow our socials. Yeah, if you have questions, ask. There are no stupid
Oh,
questions.
sorry. Yeah, so it's trying to find like a more quiet spot. I'm running into people, but no, too. That's the beauty of the classes too. Signing up for them because you get that support, that community thing that you can ask questions, have these discussions, and really understand it instead of just getting kind of swept through the course.
Yeah,
And yeah, so because last Sunday we had like an hour and a half discussion on things, questions, mostly the moon, but yeah.
yeah, and it's really fun in the classroom. We had Morgan like laughing for like 20 minutes with a stupid example. But if you want to be part of that, yeah, you have to really be there. So I kindle your FOMO. No, but let's be serious. Be there.
No,
We have a lot of
but
fun, and we do it when it
I was gonna,
should.
no,
There
I
she
was gonna
is.
go. Yeah, because I'm still laughing about it because it's a good example. People want to go all mystical with it, but sometimes it's like people crashing into things. It's hilarious, you know.
Yeah, but you have to be able to read it all, and that's where we go next level, Morgan.
Yeah, and especially too with the Summer of Lenormand, that'll be a lot of fun as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, the
So
wind.
follow us. Go to our website. We do like a whole summer of Petit Lenormand. We take the best teams, so we will say what, but there will be guests. Yeah, you cannot not be part of this because it will be really, really, really fun. And all my new work will be due. But we somehow, it's not gravitating around my work. We are really like community builders. So, and we want all of those great Petit Lenormand people. We have them. We interview those people. We promote those people. Let's make a really great, yeah, a great team all over the world. So be there. See you next time.